God, I would trust me. I would let you know.
3 minutes. What was I just about to do? Oh, StreamYard.
See you live video notification for the Brunch. I haven't opened it up. Yeah, I've opened it now. Facebook is saying, hey, you don't want to see this anymore? You don't want to open it up?
Yeah, that's Bravo Lewis's post on Facebook. I turned those off too. You know what time it is.
2 minutes.
Chicka, 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 throw your hands up. Dude, the Friday night roundtable the other night was fantastic.
I haven't laughed that hard in like 3 years.
My God.
I don't know why it was the way it was. I mean, but you're right. It was just
Chicken sandwiches, plate full of ziti.
Yeah, Carl Brickman. Did you hear that, Carl? Oh, he is. He's awesome. I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard.
We've lost Murph. I'm going to rally.
Just 3 minutes. Of all time.
That's what your girlfriend said yesterday.
Yep. Take it how you'd like, Slash.
Not all of us can wear capes and be Casanovas.
Yes. Tweets aren't loading right now.
Should we turn up the PA there, Slashy?
Jansen's singing.
Let's go.
Summer Sundays are meant for freshly cut grass, ballpark dogs, and the best baseball talk you can find. So get back with your bacon and eggs and pour yourself a mimosa while Phillies announcer Greg Murphy and Green Legion Radio's Chris Sack break down your flight to Bills and take you around the league right now on Baseball Brunch. Play ball!
Good morning, Philadelphia. Welcome to Bud Light Baseball Brunch live on 102.5 Fox Sports The Gambler here in Philadelphia. Download that iHeartRadio app and you can listen to this program and everything related on 102.5 Fox Sports The Gambler, including Green Legion Radio. Download that iHeartRadio app today. You can listen to us anywhere, crystal clear worldwide. We are broadcasting live from Xfinity Live, leading you into Phillies Diamondbacks at 1:35 this afternoon. Or at least we're hoping that's when the first pitch will be kicking off here this afternoon. Murph would be the one that has all the inside details on that. But I think things are going to clear up. I think we're going to have the forecast without rain until somewhere between 4 and 5 o'clock this evening. So we should be made in the shade with that. As the Phillies look to break out the Brunch yet again at Citizens Bank Park this afternoon. What else could you ask for? I'm Chris Sack with Green Legion Radio, sitting alongside Phillies broadcaster Greg Murphy. What's up, Murph?
Zach, I'll tell you what, we're going to need another broom. Right? The bristles are wearing out, which is an awesome thing.
We need more cleaning supplies.
I'll tell you what, it's been
It's obviously been a lot of fun over the last couple of days and a week and a half at this point, winning baseball games, getting back up over that 500 mark, which is so important. They had fallen 9 games under 500 2 weeks ago, and here they are, 1 game over. Now, they have to turn that focus, get the win today. This Arizona team is pretty beat up. They're pretty broken down, and you just got to take advantage of that. Win today, 2 games over 500, and keep the momentum going. But it's been a lot of fun down here at the ballpark. Hopefully, the weather is going to hold off. The last report we got, no problems getting the game started right around 1:35. Yeah, that's right. I got the bow tie and everything. And we have a window for a couple hours. So we should be good in terms of playing this game today. And, hey, that's what the Phils want. Get back out there and keep on playing.
Cincinnati Park also has one of the best drainage systems, fielding drainage systems in the league. So it should not be much of an issue as far as being able to get first pitch going without it.
It's a solid point. They're still draining.
Guys, this first segment is brought to you by our good friends at State Farm, and I'm going to get to that live read here in a second. But let's go ahead before I dive into that live read. I thought I had it brought up. Hold on 1 second here. I feel so professional right now diving into this. Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right. Good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent David Russo is your go-to agent for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try combining home and auto today. State Farm agent David Russo will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 856-740-5012 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Again, that phone number, 856-740-5012. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. Murph, we're going to go ahead. We're going to give away a couple tickets here. I'm not going to do anything for the Fish. I know we gave tickets away for this upcoming series against the Marlins on last week's program, but there's a big series coming up in a couple weeks that I'm excited for because the 2 hottest teams in Major League Baseball right now are your Philadelphia Phillies, but they're not even the hottest.
Which is hard to believe, right?
The Atlanta Braves have won 10 in a row to our 9 in a row.
I hate these stinking Braves.
So do I. But I'll tell you what, though. I'm excited at the fact that the NL East is starting to fall back into some sort of form here. 10 in a row for the Braves, 9 in a row for the Phillies, 5.5 back of the Braves. We're 8 back of the Mets now. They've kind of leaked a little bit of oil here lately. And 5 in a row for the Marlins, who are coming in here this upcoming week from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But in order to win those 2 tickets that I purchased for Phillies Braves on Tuesday night, June 28th at 7:05, you have to comment in the comment section on the Green Legion Radio YouTube channel, the Green Legion Facebook page on Facebook Live, or our Twitter handle @Green Legion. My brother is getting married this upcoming Saturday.
Yes, he is.
He's getting married. I'm excited for him. Yeah. Well, it's a big time in my brother's life, and I'm thrilled for him. I can't wait for next Saturday to see him marry his best friend. So, with that being said, I thought we could have a little bit of fun with this, and I hope he's listening to the show today while he's at work. Best marital advice that anyone in the room can give him.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
Wow.
Now, I'm not going to give anything because I'm going to be
You're the best man. I'll throw it out.
Well, I'm not. So here's the thing, though. I'm not technically the best man. I just got to run the bachelor party, and I'm the one that gives the speech. So I don't have the name to it, which I do have a punchline for that during the course of my speech segment. But I'll save that. That way I can get the laugh at the wedding. But I want best marital advice. Listen, it could be serious. It could be fun. It could be funny, not dirty. Let's go ahead. Let's have a little bit of fun with it. And again, I'm not going to give any advice on my end. I'm sure Quimby has something on his side.
I am not allowed to join it.
Okay, thank you so much.
I think that's a solid point.
John Jansen would probably recommend singing Iris to your girlfriend or your wife at that time because he was doing that last night at 7:30, getting drunk on his couch in his apartment.
He was also doing that this morning for us.
Yeah, he was. And actually, Quimby I didn't even know Quimby knew a line from Iris. I never thought he needed to know it. But do you have any marital advice that you would like to give him?
It was right out of the chute.
I'm just, if you'd like to. Normally you have a top 5 for this, but if you don't have a top 5, it's all good.
I don't have a top 5. Hey, look, and I'll be serious for a moment, right? Because it's obviously a huge decision in anyone's life. The bottom line is it's all about, like anything else in life, it's all about communication. You got to be open. You got to be there for one another and talk and constantly check in with one another to make sure that everybody in the marriage is on the same page. And I think if you do that, then you're going to be able to expect a long and happy and very productive life together.
And by everyone in the marriage, you mean all the extracurricular activities?
Well, you're a bad person. I meant just the two, but yeah. So that would be my serious advice: is keep those lines of communication open.
I can't wait to look into what the comment section of the room is going to be looking like here. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. We'll award those tickets at the end of the show, at the beginning of our last segment. But let's go out of the box here for our red hot Philadelphia Phillies. Is that an understatement? I think it is. Winners of 9 in a row, 8-0 under interim manager Rob Thompson, looking for their third consecutive sweep after the Angels last weekend in Milwaukee during the week and taking the first two against the Diamondbacks this weekend. In the immortal words of the great Vince Lombardi, what the hell is going on out there, Murph? Because I'm loving it. I'm feeling it right now. First time that they've won 9 in a row since August of 2011.
How about that?
This is fantastic right now. I think we talked about that on last year's show. I think they were at 7 in a row, and I was like, they hadn't won this many in a row since 2012, and here we are.
Yeah, they won 8 games in a row last year, right at the beginning of August, which then turned south pretty quickly, and we know how that ended up. But this has a little bit of a different feel to it right now. I would say, right now, they're getting really good starting pitching, which they've been getting for most of the season. If you look at this rotation, it is one of the better ones in baseball. And that's where it all starts. But obviously this offense is on fire right now. The way this offense was constructed, they rely on the long ball, but they're getting on base now. These are not solo home runs or 2-run home runs or 3-run home runs. They've hit, 23 home runs, I think, in the last 9 games.
They're planting a lot of trees out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
The board was going off on Friday night when I was here.
It's a forest that they're playing, and it's good to see. And also, for the most part, you're getting some really solid work out of the bullpen, too. So it's one of those collective team efforts. Rob Thompson, look, he's done a great job, right? He hasn't lost yet.
Hey, he won his game last year. He was interim manager for a day. Remember, Girardi was gone. His daughter was graduating from college, and he would want to know. So really, he's 9-0 as a manager.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch. Rob, he has a different kind of presence in the clubhouse, and the guys have kind of talked about that, how it's a little looser now. And so, look, it's been good to see. They're going to lose a baseball game eventually. Let's hope it's not today.
Sir.
I know.
Are we sure about that?
Probably sometime in mid-August.
Philadelphia, they're winning the World Series.
But that said, what they've been able to do, get themselves right, first and foremost, get themselves back over 500, get themselves back into the conversation in the postseason. They're where they need to be. They just have to keep it going, right? They got to keep winning series. They got to keep winning 2 out of 3, 4 out of 6 kind of thing, and keep that going. You do that, you're a playoff team. Which I mentioned last week to Quimby, and he called me crazy.
I call you crazy every time.
Solid talk, yeah.
There's nothing to do here.
Hot on the channel.
I wanted to actually add something to the show. I normally never do other than somewhat comedic commentary.
And good looks.
Well, yeah. You like that, guys, I'm sure. But let's get some other statistics. Talk about Rob Thompson. I don't know you're talking about the Phillies collectively. All right. I know it's a team effort, but individual. This is kind of amazing in this stretch. Month of June. Odubel Herrera until yesterday was back at 375 with 6 runs in 2 days.
Yep.
Didi Gregorius, even though limited playing time, was back at 412.
Almost hit for the cycle the other night. Stopped the night before that.
Reese Hoskins, as of after yesterday, all this is after yesterday, 305, 3 homers, 7 runs scored in the month. It's all above the cap. Bryson Stott, 333, 3 home runs, 12 runs, 11 RBIs. Kyle Schwarber, 333, 5 home runs, 11 runs, 11 RBIs. Bryce Harper, 382, 5 home runs, 10 runs, 13 RBIs in the month of June. It's kind of sick. We got to give honorable mention to as well, even though lack of playing time, one due to injury and one just due to him. But Nick Maton and Matt Beerley both back to 500,
right?
With a home run, one run, 2 RBIs, and Matt Beerley played second base yesterday.
He had a crazy.
Yeah, for the first time in his life. He's never played second base.
I think Friday night it was 2 truths and 1 lie. And they asked him,
You're right.
how many positions have you played? And he said that I played it was like the lie was he played 3 positions.
I've started 3 positions
Yeah.
in the big league.
But it was 4, and now it's 5.
And now it's not.
Now it's 5.
Yeah. Hey, and Quibi, just to add on to what you're talking about, imagine when Nick Castellanos and JT Realmuto get going, right? I mean, that's why this lineup is so exciting, because from top to bottom, you have guys that can produce. Now, they're not going to produce 162. That's not the way baseball works. But you have 5 or 6 guys like the team has going right now, and you're going to win a lot of games.
And I think that check swing double is going to pay dividends. You know, it's like from Bull Durham. You get a flare, a gorg, a grounder with eyes, a dying quail, and one more week, and it's different between 250 and 300. But
You're right.
To pitching, like you guys are talking about, Zach Eflin 12 innings so far in a month of 2.75 ERA. Dominguez, Nelson Sanchez, to be a lot of all 0.00 ERA, even with yesterday's scare in the second.
Yeah. Again, with the exception of Brad Hand 2 nights ago, he struggled a little bit coming in that situation.
They brought that game yesterday, and he pitched well.
And to me, those are the decisions a manager can make in the course of the season that really can make a difference. Brad Hand was our guest on the postgame show last night, and he was asked directly. Scott Pransky said to him, how important was it for you that Rob Thompson said, "Hey, I know you struggled last night, but I'm getting you right back in there today." He said,
Get that taste out of it.
it's the most important thing, right? And here's a veteran guy, Brad Hand, who's been around for more than a decade in the big leagues, and he said, getting to get back out there and do my thing last night and be successful, it means everything to these guys that Rob would trust him to get right back out there. So, again, that could be a moment for Brad Hand in this season that really kind of turns.
And him and Sir Anthony have been our 2 most reliable relievers so far in the season. I mean, Sir Anthony's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are pining for him to take over the closer's role from Corey Knebel. And he still tends to make it a little bit interesting in the 9th inning. But I mean, we've had plenty of closers that have done that in previous years.
Hey, Mitch.
But Mitch, 09 Lidge. We've had a lot of high wire acts for sure in the 9th inning here with the Phillies. But I keep on saying this, I think we kind of harkened on it a little bit last week. If the starting pitching, if this team can stay healthy, both the lineup and the starting rotation, they've proven that they're willing to spend the money. And I think at this point, all the chips are in. John Middleton and Dave Dombrowski, all the chips are into the middle of the table right now. If they have to go out and get a hammer for the 9th inning or get another guy for the 8th inning, they're going to make that move at that point. And I know you're breaking out all those stats from June, Quimby. Here's another one about this team. This is the first time that the Phillies have ever started the month of June 9-0. First time. And I look back on those teams, and we were talking about the glory years, right? We were talking about that last year, last week's show. And I sit there and I think about what June used to be. The June swoon. It was just dreadful. It was interleague play. It was terrible. They were getting beat up by American League teams. But this team right now, they figured it out. And with a new voice in the clubhouse, and I know you're around the team, or if you're around the players and you hear what they say. And I'll tell you what, that one night, I don't know if it was the night where they came back in Milwaukee against Josh Hader, or it was the next night where they won 10-0. The music, you could hear it blasting through into Rob Thompson's manager office. Yeah. And I think it's Moniak has taken over the role of being the DJ in the clubhouse. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
See, now, come on. We were rolling with positivity.
Yes.
Come on.
You know I had to throw something in.
9 in a row.
And by the way, we also did mention Alec Bowen, who's been struggling as of late. Alec Bowen did do something big yesterday, though. An amazing line drive foul ball on section 138, which we're going to get to.
We're gonna talk about that.
If we were talking about something that he did, though, it was against Josh Hader. Like the numbers that he had the other night with Josh Hader and what he did. He came in to close the game out. He was tied for the major league record with 40 consecutive scoreless appearances that had dated back to last season. And his home run snapped a 32 consecutive save opportunity streak as well that went back to last July. I mean, just unbelievable numbers that he had.
Probably the most improbable win the Phillies will have this year when you stop to think about who they did it against and how they did
And who did it?
Yeah, and who did it? You're
Brown
right.
and Beerling.
You put all of that together.
Beerling was in AAA that morning.
That morning he was in Omaha. That night he's within the game winner against Josh Hader, the best closer in baseball. It is, and it's kind of really what kick-started this.
No doubt about
this run. You're right on all accounts. It's just been wild to watch. And,
fun.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt it's been fun. And to your point, these guys are having a blast, and they really are. And of course, winning breeds excitement and energy and all of that stuff. But it also helps. You can build off that, and you're seeing it with the Braves, right? You're seeing it with the Phillies. Teams get on a roll like this, and it just kind of, it's like a snowball going downhill. It builds and builds and builds, and eventually, again, baseball, you're going to lose games. There are no undefeated teams, but if you can, again, continue to win the 2 out of 3, win these series, that's where it's all about.
I actually, sticking on the positivity, I don't want to rehash, the changes and the hell. But I'm curious as to why now, all of a sudden, it just seems to, you don't have this many players in a starting lineup that are this hot. Rarely ever, and when you do, you see a 9 or 10 game wins. So, was it the changing of the guard? Was it these guys realizing that the next grenade that gets thrown, one of the players is going to have to jump on? Or was it just timing, or is Rob Thompson that the manager for these guys?
It's an awesome question. It's a tough one to answer.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it like this. The talent has been there on this team. They've had issues and they've had their struggles and their inconsistencies. But sometimes a different voice in a locker room, particularly in baseball and in the clubhouse, that could breed more confidence into this roster. There's a lot of big money guys and big money contracts that are on this team. But I look at it, man, like it's incredible what a change can do for a team just by a managerial change. I mean, like sometimes it's a trade or a shakeup that's needed to get these guys woke up. But man, like Murph, I just look at it. It's insane. Like I didn't see this coming. I mean, I think we all saw a spark that was going to come from this. I want to see this continue to be the fervor, the flame, instead of just a spark. And that's what it's become. It's starting to build into a fire outside of it, right?
It's almost like a raging fire.
Yes, and you can see it internally within these players, and how they're reacting when they have these big moments.
Yeah, and what I would say, Quimby, to your question is I think it's a combination of all of it, right? I mean, I think you have to give some credit to Rob Thompson, for sure. I think you have to give him some credit. But I also think that what Zach said is the talent has always been there on this team. We've just been waiting for it to all come together. It's coming together. And I do think that the young players are starting to feel like, okay, we belong up here in the big leagues. And when you have the young players at the back end of the lineup starting to produce the way they have in the month of June, it just takes the load off the guys up at the top of the lineup, and it all starts to work. So a combination of everything. But you have to give Rob Thompson credit, because for whatever his presence has done, it has allowed these guys to play a little looser and a little freer. And we got to keep it up. Let's hope.
I was going to do this live read with Quimby's glasses on my face, but man, I'm going to damage my sight more than I'm going to help it for sure. Premier Window Cleaning is the leading window cleaning company in Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. Over 30 years experience, they offer commercial and residential window cleaning, pressure washing, parking garage cleaning, graffiti removal, post-construction cleaning. Every employee is trained, certified, and goes through an extensive background check. At Premier Window Cleaning, your satisfaction level needs to be 100%, as no job is complete until you're happy. With clients like Lincoln Financial Field, Comcast, Chop Roberts, and University of Pennsylvania, you cannot go wrong. For more information and a full list of services, give them a call at 267-534-5198. That's 267-534-5198. Or head to the website, WeHateDirtyWindows.com. That's WeHateDirtyWindows.com. In the second segment, we're going to do a salute to fathers. But first, you guys might have seen yesterday during the course of the bottom of the sixth, a phenomenal catch on a foul ball from 700 level Sam himself. He'll be joining us right here on 102.5 Fox Sports The Gambler. Bud Light Baseball Brunch. We'll be right back right after this. You can throw him there for $5. Do you want to take a photo with him? Sure. Before we jump him on, we'll just give him a little pep talk. Hey, come on over.
Is he going to wear Quimby's headset?
I guess so. Here, come on over. What's up, buddy? Chris, nice to meet you, pal.
Hey, Sam, how are you? Greg Murphy. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming on with us.
Yeah, man.
Good catch, brother.
You know what impressed me the most? And I'm going to say this on air. You did it without a glove.
That's right. We don't need no
No,
stinking
you
gloves.
don't need a glove, man. Show them that. Does Dad want to take a picture? You can take a picture with Murph. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, get in between.
Best part is he held on to the phone, didn't drop the phone. I was happy to drop the answer.
Cool. Nice, guys. All right, well, why don't you take your seat at the end of the table, buddy? We'll get you rolling.
This is your seat right here, brother.
So we can talk like you're speaking to somebody here.
Yeah, man. Just be loose, have fun, all right? And you don't have to give us short answers like Nick Castellanos yesterday in the post game.
Oh my God! Hold on. How do you feel about that, John? Or how do you feel about that, Nick? You're right.
Dude, Truck talked for like
Complete
60
silence.
seconds, and he's like, no doubt.
Chuck was probably pissed off. That'd have been great at the end. You can hear everything. Do me a favor. Give me a little volume. Say something. There you go. Say hello. My name's Sam White. All right, 700 level Sam.
All right, Sam, so you're 14, right? Where do you live? Northeast Philly, okay. So 14, what grade is that? Are you in 8th grade? Freshman? All right.
Right.
Okay.
So I have a question.
I'm jealous of his hair. He's got great hair. He's got great hair, man. You look like you belong in a boy band. How much time we got, Jansen?
We got 1 minute.
Oh, man. The voice of God telling us we have 1 minute.
Which is the Slash? Which is the main theme to bring it up here? This, right? Yeah.
You want to bring it up now? I can't hear the return in my head. Slash. Just you?
Yeah. Go for your music. What contest in hell did I win?
We know just play a little bit. You look like you're alone on an island by yourself there. If you want to throw it to me whenever you get done, you
1997. Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" was our jam, selling over 18 million copies.
It's a fantastic movie.
Jansen was singing this last
This is all on Friday night.
I thought I heard Jansen singing it.
Stop it. Here we go. Auto insurance. You're up.
All right, welcome back on 102.5 Fox Sports The Gambler here on Bud Light Baseball Brunch, sitting alongside Greg Murphy, Phillies broadcaster Greg Murphy. I'm Chris Sack of Green Legion Radio. We have Craig Quimby Chinaski here along with us today.
Quimby, for God's sake.
I'd like to, but it gives me more than just saying Quimby for sure. But we also have a special guest here at the table as well. But first, let's talk about our friends at the Ludlam Bar and Grill. We're happy to introduce to you for the first time the fully renovated Ludlam Hotel and Bar and Grill at 4000 Landis Avenue in Seattle City. Yes, the old La Casa with the complete renovation finished. You will now see a brand new look, feel, and vibe set amongst a casually sophisticated bar, a cozy a la carte dining room, and the only mellow lounge in Townsend Inlet. The menu is seasonal, offering the freshest local seafood cooked simple to ensure that flavor that already exists stays that way. The hotel is open year-round, and all guests enjoy free Wi-Fi, one free parking spot per room, and complimentary beach stacks for all registered adults. Walking distance to everything. Check them out at ludlamhotel.com. That's Ludlam, LUDLAM, hotel.com. Or call them at 609-263-7829. That's 609-263-7829. For all your reservation, dining, or entertainment questions, the Ludlam Bar and Grill, your new oasis in Seattle City. Without further ado, let's get to our guest here on the program. I'm going to kick it over to Quimby.
And real fast, the Ludlam Hotel, we will be there at some point in time during the summer for baseball brunch and for Green Legion Radio. We're going to run a back-to-back because there's nothing these Sundays at work, so we're going to go 12-1 for baseball brunch at the Ludlam Hotel.
You cool with that for a 6:05 start?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Do it. Hold on a second. I'm just going to tie his ass up and So, I'm sorry that Chris gave you the option of having a choice.
Yeah, you know.
As if he was going to tell me no on air anyway.
And then we're going to back-to-back that with Urban Fryer and Green Leaves Radio from 1 to 3. After you guys, so you can say, obviously, the jackass with the rest of us. We're going to try to wait until we see a hurricane coming up the coast so we can get everybody off the beach that Saturday right into the bar.
Solid play.
I'm not lying. I'm dead serious here. Anyway, yesterday, let's get to it. All right. To my right, inside here at Xfinity Live, 700 level Sam White. How are you, sir? It's good to have you here. Your parents are awesome, by the way.
Don't forget that. All right?
Yes. Don't ever forget that. Especially when you hit 20.
Yeah. Yesterday, I believe Bo was the first batter in the bottom of the sixth. Sitting at 138, and we've had a tough time clipping this video, but we will get it eventually. We see a foul ball, a line drive foul ball, makes it over the netting, and here's this kid, cell phone in hand.
Yep.
All right, catching this ball like a football in his bread basket, doesn't miss a beat, and immediately, my man puts his hands up like he just got to the top of the steps.
No doubt about it.
Really,
As he should.
I think we need to tell folks that so 138 is down the left field line, right? We're talking about 300 feet from home plate. I mean, this was not a little pop over the net.
No, this was a rocket.
A rocket down the left field line. And Sam just says, yeah, I got this, no problem. Well, first of all, he's got the coolest nickname going, 700 level Sam. So already he's got some cachet.
He's got the best hair out of all of us.
That's not an understatement at all.
What are you thinking? That ball's coming. Look, I've been in the stands for a lot of years, and those balls come, launching at that. I'm under the seat. There's no way I'm reaching up to try and get that. You did it like it was something you did every day. What are you thinking?
Well, I just told my friend that it's coming, so I feel like it's a one opportunity to try to catch it.
That's a good way to think about it.
It's all good, buddy, man. Not everybody knows how to join the club of catching balls at the air.
Oh, I know how to do it. Yeah, wait till it stops, and then I pick it up. And I'm like, yeah.
I caught a home run ball.
How do I do that?
Exactly. Pedro Feliz back in 2009. I caught one. So, welcome to the club, my friend. But in that instance, so you're on your cell phone, you have it in your hand. Who are you texting? Who are you talking to?
Yeah, who are you talking to? We want to know.
Is it group text with your buddies, or
He was texting Alec. He's like, get it my way.
I don't remember, I just looked up and I told my friend it was on the side to go catch it.
Were you actually focusing on your phone? You heard it crack in the back and then looked up. You had about a second and a half.
Yeah.
That's it, because that thing was motored.
You're a ball player, obviously, right? You play baseball. What position do you play?
Outfield.
Okay,
No wonder.
Like,
No wonder.
Like you track that one like nobody's business.
on one of our shows last year, we had a brunch special here at 11 Social last year, and one of my pet peeves at the ballpark was if you're over 13, you're not supposed to bring your glove to the ballpark. I am so thrilled that your dad has instilled that in you. When was the last time you brought your glove to the ballpark? Does it cross your mind to still bring it, or was that just because, no, I know I can catch it with my bare hand.
Yeah, I can catch it. I did maybe like a couple years ago. Last time I don't know.
Solid work, Dad.
Any truth to the rumor that from now on you'll just play the outfield without the gloves?
Yeah.
How old are you, Sam?
14.
14. Where do you go to school?
Barracks in Brunch.
Okay. And you play ball there?
Yeah.
Nice.
You ready to sign some autographs when you get to school on Monday? All right, that's cool.
I believe I heard a story. I don't know if it's accurate or not. But did Tom McCarthy see you?
Yeah.
What happened?
He rolled his window down because I didn't have to catch.
T-Mac doesn't miss a trick. He really doesn't. We got to make sure that when the fans plays of the year happen at the end of the year, which they do, we'll have to make sure that Sam's a part of that get going forward, because it was legit a fan play of the year.
You got a girlfriend? You're gonna have one after today.
Yeah, it's funny.
Mom is not happy.
I was talking to Slash on the way over, and I was like, I guarantee you, when he's going to ask him about that, you're definitely going to have a girlfriend for sure.
Absolutely. Listen, Sam. First of all, I also want to thank Maury Martin friends of yours for getting us in touch with you. Thankfully, we have a pretty large network, and I put out one post that said, "Somebody tell me who this kid is," and it took 3 minutes. So I wish I could figure out how to make more money with that.
Somebody said $25.
Hey,
Yeah, big for you.
superpowers exist in some capacity. I don't know what, but I put that out to everybody. But this kid, big time. We want to give you guys a choice here. I don't know if you want to today because it's cleared up, or if you want to go another day. But we're going to send you guys all to the game on Green Legion Radio again for that.
Yeah.
Good kid, man.
Yeah, thanks for being a great Phillies fan. And you were rocking the light blue yesterday. I noticed. I love that. I love that color. And hey, you know what? The crowds over the last couple of days have really made a difference.
What was the number yesterday? It was 37, 38 on Friday.
Yeah, it was 31 yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, 31 yesterday. Hopefully we get a similar crowd. But, the fans being in those seats and making plays like Sam made, it fires everybody up. That's what it's all about.
It does. It does. And nobody even realizes that. And the atmosphere is just that much more fun when somebody like Sam just comes out of nowhere and makes this unbelievable play.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Anything you want to say? Shout out to anybody and your friends?
My friend was at the game.
Moses there.
David.
All right, David.
There you go, David.
He came up, gave you a big hug. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Sam, we appreciate
Sam, you're the man.
Thanks, Sam. Thank you to his parents. Great job, man. Great job. I'm sure those shirts, the Green Legion Radio shirts, are those for them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Sounds great. Rock those shirts. Sounds great. And then hopefully we'll get some baseball brunch shirts at some point. We're gonna have a tablecloth here soon. We're starting to become important now.
Make a t-shirt out of that.
All right, thanks for Sam, 700 level Sam, for joining us here today down here at Xfinity Live. Again, we're here in our second segment, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun now, Murph. No doubt about it. And listen, the Phillies winning, and it's fantastic. It adds so much more to the program when the team is good. But I'm not sure if next weekend I'm going to be able to do the show. I'm not sure if you're going to be doing it live with Quimby or if you're going to be recording with Quimby next week. But again, my brother is getting married on Saturday, so I will not be on Sunday. And even then, the Phillies play 12:05 next Sunday.
Yeah, we're in DC.
Yeah, DC. They're 5 days.
Oh, 12:05. Okay.
Yeah, 12:05 on Father's Day for sure. So I figured this was a good time for us to dive in a little bit, do a little salute to our fathers here, and being fathers ourselves, and just some of the memories that we've had, baseball-related memories. Of course, this is probably Baseball Brunch that we've had with our fathers throughout the years. And Murphy, do you have any? I'm sure you have plenty, but what stands out in your mind is something at the ballpark that stands out to you about a moment in time with your dad?
Yeah, it's funny because I have a very, very vivid memory of going to Veterans Stadium and sitting, I guess it was the 400 level, in the front row, and right in front of the railing was a gutter that would catch all the rainwater, probably beer, everything else would roll downhill, and it would
coming out of people's mouth there,
and it would. When we were in the front, like the first row, which that's always the coolest thing, walking into the Veterans Stadium for the first time and seeing the green of the AstroTurf. Those memories for me. And my dad was not a big sports fan. He didn't really grow up being a big sports fan here in Philadelphia. It just wasn't his thing. And so then, I came along, and I, as a kid, was just a rabid sports fan. Played every sport, loved every sport, watched them on TV, listened on the radio, and so he started to get into sports because he knew how much I loved it. And then he started bringing me to Phillies games. And so, I was probably 7 or 8 years old when I went to my first game. And, over the years, as I obviously got into a career in sports, my father has now become a very big sports fan. He's the guy that reads the sports page from beginning to end every day.
So you did that?
Well, I believe he wanted that connection between the two of us. And so it wasn't there naturally for him. But he went out and got it. He went out and found it. And now he is a big sport fan. Comes to games all the time. Takes my sons to the games from time to time as well. And to me, sports has always been something something that I brought to the relationship, but that my father embraced over the years. And it's, it's amazing when you stop to think about it. We're talking baseball all the time. And probably I would tell you, before I was born, I didn't know the difference between a baseball and a football all that much. But that's what it's done for us. So, very lucky. And I know for you, I mean, I've met your father many times at this point. And you guys and baseball, I mean, it's a special bond for the two of you.
Oh, when we got off the elevator, a couple weeks ago on Memorial Day, Murph was gracious enough to bring my wife and my boys and my father up into the radio and TV broadcast areas. And thank you so much again. It was fantastic. But the see look at my dad's face when Gary Maddox was walking out of the one room, and my dad just like pointing at him, like, and then we went down in John Middleton's suite, and then he walked in, and it was like there was nobody there except for us, and he walked in, and he took a bunch of pictures with us, and that was so cool. And again, I really appreciate that, more so for my dad than anybody else. And as we were talking about, the off season, I'm not going to go ahead and expunge too much into that with my dad, but. The part that always sticks out to me is back in 2008, and the Phillies wound up clinching their playoff, not their playoffs, their ticket to the World Series. They punched it, and it was on Wednesday. And for me, I wanted the Rays to win, and they were up 3-1 against the Red Sox. And I wanted the Rays to win because I was looking at tickets. And I was like, oh man, like here's $750 for standing room before service fees. And I was like, man, I'm fresh out of college. I can't afford that. Yeah. So I'm like, all along I was going to drive down to Tampa for game 1 and then drive back. And so when they won that Sunday night in game 7, I was going nuts. I was like, yeah, I'm going. And my dad's like, no, you're not going to go. You're not going to go. You got to live in a real world here. You got to start like thinking outside the box. And we've had a lot of fun, blah, blah, blah. So the day before game 1, my mom comes home. She's like, what are you doing here? I was like, what do you mean, what am I doing here? She's like, I thought you'd be on your way to Tampa for game 1. I was like, so if I would have went, my clothes would not have been out in the front lawn when I returned home. And she's like, no, not at all. So my mom was like, let me help you out. So at dinner that night, my mom was like, listen, go with him. Go. You guys need to do this together. The only World Series thing my dad went to was in '93. It was the one where they got blown out. Okay. not the one that they blew, the one that they got blown out. Yeah. So my dad's like, I only have 3 vacation days left. I only have 3 vacation days. And I was like, Dad, we can knock this out in 2. You can save that last vacation day for the parade, the day of the parade. Awesome. And so we booked everything that night. We went down to Tampa. We had a blast. I mean, so I just remember that morning, we picked up breakfast at McDonald's, and at the time I was working there, and we're getting on the Atlantic City Expressway, and my dad looks at me, he's like, Chris, he's like, I'm 46 years old, and this is the most spontaneous thing I've ever done in my whole entire life. And I looked at him and I said, you have me to thank for that. Yeah. And it's a moment in time that I'll always get. It's a moment in time I'll never forget for the rest of my life, and I hope to have that with my boys. My oldest, I brought him the last 2 Friday nights, and he's into it. He's chanting, he's yelling, he's booing, and it's beautiful to have that bond between father and son. And I'm lucky enough to have had that with my dad.
Yeah, and we know how lucky we are to have that dad. And I, 3 children, 2 sons. Even my daughter, who lives out in Milwaukee.
Yeah, she's becoming a Brewers fan.
Well,
after that sweep this week, I think she should be reverting back.
Well, she came to all 3 games out there in Milwaukee, and she's wearing her Phillies gear, which she's only been out in Milwaukee for a year. So I said, look, you can't be wearing that Milwaukee gear to the Phillies game. She was cheering for the Phillies. She was rooting hard.
Was she at the game on Tuesday?
She was at Oakland.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So and so were my sons, and so were my mom and dad.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So we had a great family trip out there to Milwaukee.
I love that ballpark. The architecture there.
Love
it. They sold their souls to the devil, man. That is Miller Park. Yeah. That is Miller Park. The fact that it's no longer Miller Park is a disgrace to mankind.
I would agree to that. Miller Park will always, it's such a cool name.
Yes.
But yeah, great park. If you haven't ever been out to Milwaukee, great city.
Yeah.
Great city. I mean, I'm underrated for sure. And they have a roof open the final day, which is awesome. So good stuff.
No doubt about it. So, hey guys, again, this is Green Legion Radio. Make sure you make your travel arrangements this upcoming football season with the Green Legion. There is nobody else that does it better. We are now in our 20th year of operation. Nobody else has been doing it longer than Quimby and the Green Legion. Make sure you guys go to the website and sign up for a trip today, greenlegion.com, or you can call the office at 215-666-5600. 5940 with trips like Chicago, Arizona, Indianapolis, Houston, all on the schedule. We're going to the Swamp. We're going down to D.C. to see the Commodes and Carson Wentz. Make sure you guys sign up today. And how about the bye week? The bye week bender this year down in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Bye week bender.
Bye week bender. Make sure you guys sign up for that as well. Yes. Did you hear me giving the live read for Green Legion? Yes, a bye week bender for sure. Make sure again, guys, greenlegion.com. Call the office at 215-666-5940 today.
Four left. Four of our Friday to Tuesday itineraries that are very inexpensive.
They went fast.
Yeah. We have about 25 left of the Thursday to Monday, but you'll save yourself $125 per person on flights on Friday. We only have four left.
Are Slash and Susan going again? Because I need Susan to put him to bed again.
I don't know. I haven't heard much from Bob about it.
I know. I made starter from the last time.
We are Bud Light Baseball Brunch down here at Xfinity Live. Make sure you guys come on down and check us out. Any Sunday afternoon game throughout the season, we will be here. You guys can get autographs and photos with Murph. And stop on over here and say hi and talk some baseball with us. Right here at 102.5 Fox Sports The Gambler. We are Bud Light Baseball Brunch, and we'll be right back right after these messages. Awesome.
Yo, that kid had no fear whatsoever.
No, he was great. He was good.
Right?
Yeah.
What about sending the Rogan camera crew? They're going to go to the game today.
Okay.
What about sending the Rogan camera crew over to that?
Again, I don't. You mean Fanavision?
Whatever.
I don't have any pool of Fanavision. I can ask.
Timmy O'Keefe's getting
The problem, I'm just not on that side.
Next time I hire you, make sure you can actually get some pull over there.
Yeah, unlike Jansen,
I got all kinds of pull on radio.
Hey, you should talk about it.
Huh?
You should say something.
Yeah.
Did I leave him speechless?
Yeah, I could do it on the post game show.
Yeah, you. Yeah. Nice. We got 7.
7 marital.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good.
I like it. Jeez. I'm gonna give a couple dad shout outs here when we go back on air.
Trying to find another.
I got a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only have one.
So I got $7,500 more from Durant.
From Dorenzi.
Awesome song.
Fat tire.
Nice.
Right.
What do we have to
They're
do?
going to sponsor Green Legion Radio. It's giving us that money for Green Legion Radio because we can't have it compete with Bud Light baseball price. So you get that 10.
Yeah.
You got 3 to go.
I talked to him this week. He's not saying no.
Look, I'll load it up. I'll make him a sponsor of the pregame show for football season.
He would connect.
I'll do the whole thing.
Okay.
Let me-
Can you type something up
Sure.
that I can send him?
100%. Just to get this fucking thing done.
Yeah,
where
I
I don't
know.
have to worry about
Do that.
coming with anything out of pocket. We're good.
I don't want you to have to do that. Obviously.
We're
Done
looking
with
pretty
that,
strong.
guys.
Okay.
Pure Auto Insurance.
All right, welcome back for our last segment here on Bud Light Baseball Brunch on 102.5 Fox Sports The Gambler. You know, compared to the last few weeks, what I've been saying, it's a beautiful day down here at the ballpark. It's an overcast day here.
That's all right.
It's okay. It's
Play ball in
I'm
overcast.
wearing a light jacket in June. What the hell is? Come on, man. Can we get the
Weather's
summer?
weird.
Yeah, it definitely is weird.
But it has been awesome over the last couple of days. I would love for the weather to just stay the way it's been, that 75 to 80
Yes.
degree range.
Beautiful.
No, it's not going.
I'm only saying 40% at 6 o'clock. The rest of the way is pretty
So it's cleared up pretty good.
We're going to be fine. We're playing ball.
We're playing ball.
Yeah,
We're
we're playing ball.
We're going for a sweep. We're bringing out the cleaning supplies, not just the brooms, here at Citizens Bank Park.
Get your hair back in there for me. feel that complete before you start.
Absolutely, yes. But let's break out all the quick blush for sure. All right, so let's real quick before we give away the tickets. A couple of our regular members here in our room. We were just talking about experiences with our dads, and Unhappy Gilmore, Adam Gilmore. Check out his show on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. He is a big-time member of the Green Legion Radio family. He said that he's going to talk about a little bit more about this on his show on Wednesday. Relationship with his sons and himself. They take a baseball trip every summer, different ballparks every time. His 12-year-old has a couple to make up, but they're trying to get to to Chicago and the Brewers. He says also he calls it Miller Park still as well. And Keenan Harmon, fantastic as always. He's won tickets off the list, I think, 3 times this year. Sad but happy story. My dad died the day after the Phillies won the World Series in 1980, but the family was happy. He got to watch the parade down Broad Street that morning before he left us.
Wow. Okay.
Cool moment there. Russ Taylor, always in the room as well. Murph, you got to get that Family Vision pulled. Have them spot pretty girls in the city. Father's Day next week. Why did dads have to cook and everyone takes mom out to dinner? Oh, God, that's great. All right, so let's dive into the marital advice here from my brother who's getting married this upcoming Saturday. This is from our good friend, Louis Dominguez Jr. He can't win the tickets, but Super Sam Ross, she thought that this was funny. Know your place in the lineup, limit your errors, and stay out of the bullpen.
Well done, yeah.
But we have 7 this week. So this is a good one that we have here. Number 1, beauty and eyesight will both fade over time. It all evens out in the end. All right. Number 2, keep having adventures. Number 3, only fight naked. You can't seriously fight naked.
we were doing so well. I mean, I felt like we were helping you.
I think that's the most sound advice so far.
Oh,
Get an argument immediately rip off everything.
good God. Number 4, tell your wife she's beautiful even if she looks like a dump truck.
Hold on. You guys know the previous statement was worse than that.
You know what's great is
You can edit if you want.
now my brother's listening. I know for sure his wife is also going to be Rachel Sack. She is not listening for sure, so this is great. Number 5, learn how to apologize. Number 6, may all your ups and downs be between the sheets. And number 7, never go to bed mad or upset.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey,
Which one stands up to you, Murph?
these folks are all in the same room. Can we lock that door? I'm gonna go with the last one. It's very common and maybe
Such an unreasonable statement.
well, no, it's not.
It is. It is because you're forced to be a discussion with some people need time to cool off.
Okay, you know what, Quimby? You've changed my mind. That's a fair point.
Can I tell you mine? So
Yeah,
you can
go
see if
ahead.
you line up. Tell your wife she's beautiful even if she looks like a dump
Well,
truck.
I would say the first part, and not the second part. Fine, we'll go with that.
I'm going with number 3.
We'll go with that and let's move on. Yeah.
Well, we know what your preference is on that end, but we don't need a tiebreaker this week. So, whoever said tell your wife she's beautiful even if she looks like a dump
You're gonna
truck.
say it again.
Yes, yeah, no doubt about it. It's better than saying some of the other ones.
Keep hammering it home.
Our good friend Jeff Schroth, real quick before we dive into our picks for today. My dad sent me a few videos of him going to the World Series in 2008. He loved to rub it in as I was in Iraq. Waited 28 years, but love my dad for that. Hilarious. Good friend of the program, Jeff. Thanks a lot for sharing that with us as well. Russ Taylor won the tickets. Russ Taylor. Congratulations, Russ. I know I've given you tickets before, so they'll be on the way, no doubt about it. I'll send an email later on today. All right, our picks. 3 picks for Sunday's MLB gambling ticket. Last week it was unreal. We both had the same picks, but
All 3, same thing.
yes, but I wound up changing 2 of them, and I wound up going 2 and 1. And Murph went 1 and 2 with 1 point. The funny thing is the one that you won was actually an underdog, but they were a minus underdog. They weren't a plus. So they were minus 102. So you only got 1 point last week, which brings you to 7-11, which I can't say you're always open, with 8 points. And another 2 and 1 week for me, 2 points. And I'm 10 and 8 with 13 points total for the season.
I got some work to do.
You're due for a rebound.
I got some work to do. All right, so my first pick.
I think Quimmy's got his phone out to see if he's actually going to gamble with us this week.
All right, so here's my first pick. I'll give you I'll give you my favorite first of all.
Join Murph in that.
Yeah, amen. At minus 200, it's St. Louis over Cincinnati. I don't have a whole lot of analysis on that. St. Louis is good. Cincinnati stinks.
Cincinnati blew that game late yesterday.
Yeah, and St. Louis is, they're looking for a sweep. They're at home. So minus 200, give me the Cardinals to beat the Reds. Hopefully that's just an easy walk.
Okay, my first one, I'm going to do my over-under. Over 7.5 runs, Rockies-Padres today. Marquez versus Blake Snell. Blake Snell isn't what he used to be. Since bro, I'm risking my life, bro. Blake Snell back in 2020 has not been the same, especially with San Diego. So I'm going to go over 7.5 runs. San Diego. Listen, that's not 7.5 in Colorado.
No,
you and I both know that.
Okay, 7.5 over for Colorado, San Diego. Okay. I'll give you my over then. I'm staying right here in South Philly. Actually, it's an under in South Philly. Phillies today, Arizona. The number's 9.5. I'm going under. I think it's
Big number with a wet field.
Yeah, and I expect some good pitching today as well. This offense, most of the runs will come on the Philly side, I believe. So I'm looking at like 6-7 runs, but I'll take the under 9.
Ranger looked really good.
He looked
in Milwaukee.
outstanding.
Yeah, he looked like last year's Ranger scorers. We need more of that. The Dodgers. I'm going to take the Dodgers today to avoid the sweep in San Francisco, minus 130. I'm not going to go any more than that. I just don't think that they're a really good team, second best team in the National League. I don't see them being swept by the San Francisco Game Capitals.
And I'm going on the complete opposite side. I think that San Francisco's got a chance to sweep them. I needed an underdog. Give me the Giants over the Dodgers and 2 points when I see this.
My underdog this week is the Rangers at plus 130 over the White Sox. The wheels are falling off the wagon for the South Side return of the
That's a good team. Well, that's what's happening, yeah.
In a second.
Stand by.
Yeah, I mean, the intentional walk to Trey Turner the other day on a 1-2, and then Tony La Russa, they were chanting "Fire Tony" on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really talented team that is not playing well.
He may be next.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you're the owner of that team, you put a lot of money into the White Sox. So okay, so you like the White Sox to fall in their face today, right?
I want to see what Quimby likes today.
The line is 7.5, and it's how many shots of Jameson Quimby's going to have this afternoon?
I'll take the over on that. That's a pretty solid bet, right?
Well, it's already a solid bet considering one run was already posted on that score.
That first inning run.
You know what I think? Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
I can believe it.
MLB on Fox theme song was supposed to actually open up the show afterwards, but I think Jansen was still too busy singing Iris to himself in the studio and forgot to do it today. So thanks a lot, Jansen. Big game field, big game Jansen over there in the studio. All right, 2 things that we found interesting from this past week around the league. Give me your first one.
All right, so I'm going to put down to the Marlins. You talked about how well the Marlins are playing. The Marlins are a good team. I think we have to get past this idea that they're not. I mean, Miami's a good team. Are they a World Series contender? I don't think so, not yet, but their pitching is really good. How about Sandy Alcantara this past week, or these past 6 starts? He has an ERA of 0.56. It's the second best in that stretch in Marlins history. Only Josh Johnson has been better. Back in 2010, he was 0.43 over 6 starts. But you talk about a starting staff that can really take it to you. That Marlins staff is pretty good.
So ever since they had that closed door meeting the other day, too, they reeled off 5 in a row. So big time for them. Minnesota, they did this the other day against Garrett Cole. Pitchers. Luis Reyes, Byron Buxton, and Carlos Correa became the 7th trio of teammates to open a game with 3 straight home runs. When they wound up losing that game, the previous trio to accomplish the feat, and I'm only doing this because it has something to do with today, the Arizona Diamondbacks did it. Jarrett Dyson, Marte, and David Peralta did it at Philadelphia on June 10th, 2019 against Jared Eichhoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jared, I cough.
Good dude, Jared.
All right, the next one.
All right, so this is sticking at home, and we've talked about this obviously a lot on the broadcast, and I'm sure you have too. But Rob Thompson, only the third manager in the last 122 years to start his career
Just
as a manager.
122?
Just in the last
So
122 to start 8-0 as a manager at Major League level.
Turn of the century, Rob.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. One of three people in baseball history, basically, that has done what he's been able to do. Been fun to watch. Keep it up. Let's get him to the top of the list.
Rob, you have a girlfriend? No, you will after today.
All right, so the Yankees were on the negative side of things with home runs the other day, but Cubs starting pitcher Matt Schwarber yesterday tied a record, giving up 6 solo home runs to the New York Yankees before being pulled after 5 innings. He's the second pitcher in Major League Baseball history, the first since 1932, to allow 6 solo home runs in a single game. He's the 10th pitcher ever to give up 6 home runs of any kind in a game, and first Cub since 1884. Wow. So we're on the same timeline there.
I believe it. Speaking of the Yankees, real quick, I just think it's hysterical listening to Joey Gallo bitch moan about the shit when, I'm sorry, Bryce Harper just showed you what they did.
Yeah,
we have some field hits the other night.
Bryce has really started to.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry, I didn't get an agenda here real quick, but you're talking about Gallo just crying and moaning. He's got the same type of crowd that everybody in baseball has. What does Bryce do? Start sitting the opposite side. What did they do yesterday? They got rid of the shit.
Yep.
And he hits the ball right up the middle.
Yep.
Quit complaining, learn to be a professional hitter.
Well, not
instead of
everybody's
swinging for the fence all day.
Right, but not everyone's Bryce Harper. But to your point, yeah, that's the way baseball used to be played, right? That's why they didn't chip.
Hey, look, he says go for the fence every time. Half the swing to the opposite side. For God's sake, you butt the ball.
Yep.
And you'll keep them honest, and then they eventually have to fit.
I don't know what diatribe's going to be better. The one that we had on DC, the 6-minute diatribe on our previous radio show, or this upcoming week, because we're going to have more time for Joey Gallo when we talk baseball this upcoming week on Green League Radio. Finishing up today with the Diamondbacks this afternoon as we go for the sweep Monday through Wednesday at home against the Marlins before 5 games in a 4-day, five games in a 4-day span in DC next weekend. Doubleheader on Friday. Can we please, for the love of God, handle the fish for a change?
Well, you know what? Win 2 out of 3. That would be fantastic.
Yes.
That's really
nice. If we sweep, I'm just like 2 out of 3.
Yeah, win today. Win 2 out of 3 against the Fish, then go down and take 4 out of 5 from the Nets. How's that for a play?
I'll take it.
All right.
All day long.
Sign me up.
No doubt about it. This is Bud Light Baseball Brunch live here at Xfinity Live. And on this overcast Sunday, let's break out all of the cleaning supplies at the ballpark today. No fighting fills for sure. For Wimby / Greg Murphy, John Jansen back in the studio. I'm Chris Sack. Like a 3-1 pitch to Ryan Howard. We are out of here, baby. Let's go fighting fills. Let's break out those boots.
That's 0.
I said Jansen.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I said John Jansen.
John Jansen back in the studio.
I love you, Sam.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Love you, Sam.
You did it again.
See you, Chris. Sam, I want to say goodbye to you today.